Okay, so this is another game from Game Pass, which I've always wanted to give a try, and the beauty of Game Pass is you can do that with relative ease. So, as you can see, I have started a game playing it, but I'm not going to jump into this one because I think that would just go a little bit too far ahead potentially. Plus, it's absolutely making it all up as I was going along. So, what I'll do is I'll just do a little bit of an introduction as to starting the game and a bit of kind of what's the point and why you do it. Definitely recommend the tutorial. It does give you a good view, but also seems to almost cover some stuff you wouldn't do, or certainly that I didn't do in the game yet. And it's very short, so you know it kind of almost just gets used to the controls. I wouldn't really say the content specific. Yeah, I definitely recommend having a go of the tutorial, but just don't sit there and think about it too much. Just get into it. So I'm going to start a new adventure game. So this is my Astroneer, and as you can see, there's a few things, slightly different suits that you can have. It makes zero difference to the actual game. So it's purely just an aesthetic look. So this time around, I'm going to go for the flight suit, and I'm gonna let's look a bit like a convict, I think. Well, there are some interesting colours, black, some really crazy stuff, which I'm guessing is things you would unlock, or even buy later on, or unlock through doing certain stuff. I didn't know you could change the visor colour. I honestly didn't scroll down this. None active. Okay, so I can have Nexus. Okay, interesting. Or mirrors. Let's go for silver. Let's give it the gold, because the gold kind of goes with the orange. Drop the joy emotes. You know what? I'm not going to get too much into all of that. Let's just start the game. Yes. So in a kind of, I don't know, like an escape pod, but obviously I'm not escaping that ship. I'm just going here. Now it struck me when I was playing this before that actually, very, very kind of No Man's Sky, as you'll see from here. But in fairness, a lot of other games, it's not really, I'd say, a full-on No Man's Sky only type thing. And certainly, you're not flying around. So here we go. My main habitat has launched. I've got a landing pad and a little bit of terraforming just to give this a nice solid base. This, although you can't click on it, but basically is a power generator. And you see this line, this is my kind of oxygen tether. So my oxygen is here. So again, some of this will be in the tutorial, but I'll go through it as well. This is my oxygen, so as soon as I move out of the range of the tether, start using oxygen up, as you can see, if I zoom in a bit. It's just ticking down at a pretty quick rate as well. But then as soon as you go back, it fills up. So there's no kind of, basically oxygen is unlimited supply here. When you start, you can go and have a look at this. So how you interact stuff is very much with the mouse. So if I walk up to it and just press F, nothing happens. But as soon as I put a mouse over it, I can even be like over here. I can still bring up that menu. So let's deploy starter package. So we've got a couple of things, and this is how most things in Astroneer come as kind of stuff. And you can see the hologram of what they would actually look like. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my oxygen thing. I'm just going to put it down here, and then I'm going to hold F to deploy it. Now, that's cool. I can pick this up, and what I'm going to do. So the reason for this oxygen thing is you know I've got oxygen here, but this provides oxygen flow to tethers and power cables. So that's why I want one of these straight away. I'm going to just sit it here. That basically means now anything as part of that's a tether off here, i.e. this is the tether, this line here. It's going to produce power and oxygen now. So that was giving me the power. This is giving me the oxygen. Kind of pretty straightforward. Power is yellow, oxygen is blue. Generally, that's how things work. More on that later. So let's pick up this. Now I'm going to want a power supply to this, so just get, I can, yeah, oh, also, yeah, backpack. So inventory is dead simple, it's your backpack, you can see it on here, and you can just move it different slots. So I'm carrying this now. I don't want power to it, I want it a bit out of the way, so other side of that, this is a cable plug that I can plug into stuff. Again, very, very user-friendly, I'll give this credit in that regard. So I'm now going to, I think it's C and V to spin them around. So I want this about there. And backpack out of the way, I'm going to deploy that. Now in fairness, I kind of played around there, but you can pick up and move most things whilst they're not connected to stuff. If you got the positioning slightly off or didn't like it, then of course you could change it. I'm going to connect power to it. There you go. As you can see, plenty of power going to it. You can tell by the thickness of the cable and the fact that there's the oxygen line as well going to it, which is the edge. So I can now tether to that, which gives me a little bit more range. Handy. Now what's this? This is our medium printer. So everything this game is done, as a lot of future games is, by 3D printing. So this is my medium printer. I'm just going to dump it there for now. Now again, you see the theme here. These red sections is where you put stuff. See, there's one there, and this requires, no, wrong button. This requires two. This can be seen by, I don't know, can I? There you go. Can you see there's two red bits underneath it? So I can't put it on this edge one. I have to put it on the middle one. There we go. Now, what I did when I first started this was I was just like, right, cool, good, I've built some stuff, I don't really know what they do, I'm just going to go and explore. But you notice I can't really go very far without really coming into problems. So one of the things it did do in the tutorial is introduce you to tethers, which early game are hugely important. You also have your terrain manipulation tool, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that basically allows you to eat stuff. Eat the terrain effectively. So I know that I want to build one of these. So this is like my personal 3D printer. So there's very small things you can click through and see: oxygen filters, small canister, small generator. I want a small canister at some point, so this requires resin. And then small generator, which requires compound. Beacon, which requires quartz. Working light, which requires copper. And a small printer, which requires compound as well. So a small printer is actually pretty handy. You need to get one of those because there's a few things you can build from a small printer. But tether bundles is going to be the key, so I need some compound. So where is the nearest compound without having to go without oxygen for too long? Let's just have a quick browse. I think I saw some over there. That's compound, little bubbly stuff. Again, I know that through the tutorial. But there's some over there as well. That's probably closer. So I reckon I can run over there, get some compound, and then come back before dying, which is the key part. I don't want to suffocate. That would be a bad way to go. Although it doesn't really seem to be much of a punishment. There you go. So very... I know, I think this is quite No Man's Sky to an extent, but you use one tool for terrain manipulation and just like everything. So as I get it, you see it builds up on the back of the device, and then once you get a full amount, it pops into a full piece of compound. So oh, there's some resin there as well. That's the yellow stuff. So I'm getting quite deep here. Well, I've got a few bits of resin there. Sorry, bits of compound. Just gonna try and get a little bit more resin, and then now ought to really run back. There you go. There's my O2 warning. Where's my home? There. Oxygen's getting light, and we're back. There you go, so oxygen fills up. I have compound. Didn't quite get enough for a full slot of resin, but that's fine. Now the beautiful part. So in here, personal printer, clicking this button. There we go. This gives me a set of tethers. So this is because my personal printer uses up power, but I immediately get the charge back up because I'm tethered. So I've got a set of tethers here. So there's 2 points in these sides. You can have things. We've got 8 points on your back, and you can actually store resources that this gun on the gun itself. Hence these bits here. So now I've got a set of tethers. I want to go back to over there. So this is quite nice actually, because you can press T as long as you've got tethers in your inventory. You can press T. Oh, also note, hover over your character, get compass. So if I start walking towards this compound, because I want some more compound, I want some more resin hopefully as well. Every time I see my line disappear, I'm just going to press T. There you go. And then just keeps the chain going. If ever I wait too long, so let's just, there you go, you can see it's not connected. So I can just pick it up and without putting it back in my inventory, maximum distance, you know, make the best use. There we go. The tethers are cheap, you know, don't really worry too much about, I just did their maximum distance as such. And as long as you've got a tether, all the resources that you had at your base, i.e. well, the oxygen and the power, are basically there. So I can use this gun, which would normally use up my power bar, but I'm basically getting it back as fast as I'm using it up. This is really pretty straightforward. I lost compound because you know you just need compound for tethers for everywhere, and at the beginning of the game it's tethers. That's how you're getting around without dying. And don't worry too much if you die. Basically, you get a death mark and you go back and pick your stuff up. Like a lot of these types of games. Wow, there's absolutely loads of compound here. Right, so that's it. I can't carry any more compound. So it's full on the side of the gun, full on the top of the gun, and full in my inventory. Let's put the gun away. And then shift to sprint, let's just run back. So I can definitely get some more tethers now. Inventory management is a bit of a pain on this because it's quite low to begin with, but you can literally just, everything persists. If I just drop this stuff and leave it here, it's not going to disappear. It's not like log out, come back, and everything you've just dropped here disappear. I mean, it's messy, you know, so the OCD people around here may not appreciate this quite as much. Right, what was I looking here? Large printer, don't need large printer yet. Resin for platforms, yeah, so I'm not going to be building anything with that small one yet. Let's, with the medium printer, there you go, small printer, build me one of those. You can just pick up straight from your, can you? But you could, you can only put straight onto your back. So this is, I mean I could put it there, but it's not actually quite good because you can see when I'm putting it, it's pointing towards the large printer. No, that's fine because I can just put that to one side for now. So medium printer I don't need. Rover seat, that's quite nice, you can get those straight away. So you can see there's very limited things I can build at the moment, and most of it to begin with is going to be from your backpack printer, i.e. tethers. Let's build tethers. What I'm also going to look for later, we'll build another set. There's well, again, certainly when I did it last time, there's a lot of salvage. So here, I want a small canister because this allows me to actually store some of the earth that I'm getting as well from when I just do general digging, and then that earth I can use to put back. So if I dig a big hole and then actually want to cover it over, I can do that. Again, very kind of No Man's Sky-ish. I'll try and draw too many comparisons to it. So I'm just going to have a look over this direction. Hopefully we'll find some debris, some kind of remnants of previous Astroneers that have been here, not as in actual players, but so again I'm just running over, pressing T whenever I see the tether line disappear, and that generally seems to work. Obviously I am new to this game, this is not a kind of pro description of what you should do. I'm going to see something by now. But yeah, this is just an example of getting started. Is this co-op, I believe? can have dedicated servers as well. I think it's only on the Steam version, so this is Game Pass that I'm playing. Okay, well, I know what that is from over there, so we're going to have a look at that in a moment. I was expecting, or at least hoping, find some. Oh yeah, okay, I can see something over there.
Mic off. Mic on.
Yeah, so just over here. Um, and okay, so this is some debris, but basically this is just like an old drill or something. So there'll be some resources I can grab, which is good. Some resin, have that. Some quartz, ammonia, maybe that was. Not a lot else here a minute, but usually if you kind of dig it out a bit. Ooh, there we go. It's usually something a bit handy. And we found it. I mean, this is a bit of a pain because it's a big item, so I can't store it on my backpack. I can walk with it. So this is nice as a little kind of platformy type thing. Just gonna go across because I can. You see on my back, I've got some organic compound as well there. So the reason why you can't see the resin on my back is because actually my printer has already picked that up as being the resource. So technically you can have 9 slots on your backpack. Right, so this thing doesn't require any power, and you just pop it. But what it does allow you to do is just then stick some of the resources you've got onto here like this. I've got my resin, so I'm going to print that because you know I'm going to need a canister. There we go. And that was a really kind of quick, brief intro to getting around and finding stuff in Astroneer. I'm going to do some more on this as I kind of progress through, and I'm going to keep this save in place for future little quick streams and videos. Just so you can see a bit of progress here. I'm probably not going to play much of my old one because that was a bit too kind of haphazard because I just didn't know what I was doing at all. But you get the general idea. From here, one thing I haven't really covered is research tool. So if I just quickly press tab, you get all of these. So depending on the kind of level of size of things, effectively that's my backpack printer. This is my small printer, which can make a medium printer. This is my medium printer that can make a large printer, and then from the large printer these are things you can do. So I'm not going to be needing to do sensoring stuff. Not really need to be doing stuff like that for any time soon, but this is where you might kind of add drills and power sensors and extenders and generators and bits of storage. We've got vehicles, so you've got like tractors and rovers and horns and jets, fuel thrusters which you can attach to stuff, and then on the small backpack one, again loads of bits. I don't want to spoil too much of this, but you need bytes to spend on it, and you get bytes by researching items, and we'll find some of those in the next video and do a bit of researching, unlock a few new things, hopefully get a tractor to drive around on. That would mean picking up things like this, and trying to transport them long distances would be a lot easier. But yeah, to begin with, absolutely tethers are your friend. Compound to make the tethers, from press Q to bring it a backpack. This is a small canister, but that is it for now. I might even possibly be on later this evening, but we're going to be playing some other games as well for yeah, for the rest of this evening. But we'll see who else is around. But you know what? Really like this game. Really straightforward, really simple. The things you interact with, doesn't take yourself too seriously. I think definitely if you kind of want to get into this sort of game with kids that you've got, then this would be perfect. But actually, I've thoroughly enjoyed my time on it, and I've at least had a good couple of hours and totally intend to play some more. So that's it for now. Bye bye.